called for those with the required scientific expertise, production and financial capacities to work together to ensure the whole world is vaccinated as soon as possible.
An update from north-central Nigeria on that armed raid on a boys' boarding school earlier today.
Yeah, officials say 42 people were kidnapped, including 27 students.
Yeah, it's not clear who carried out the attack.
And legendary album The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill has gone diamond, meaning she sold a whopping 10 million copies.
20 years after the release, Hill joins a very small list of artists to hit that milestone, but will she ever release a follow-up?
We live in hope. 1459G.
Minutes.
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station. Splash FM 105.5.
Here is
105.5.
accessing the
105.6.
one station, all the hits.
105.5. Splash.
It's in! City trying to go back! It's Checo! Unbelievable!
Cristiano Ronaldo, yes! Oh, yes!
The beautiful game of football transcends the green grass. Let's capture it for you in the most unforgettable manner. Just football on Splash 105.5 FM. The goals.
Oh my God, an insane goal!
The near goals.
Oh, what a miss!
Shots on and off targets. The drama, the controversies, the reactions. Miss anything? With us, you have everything. Every Wednesday, join the winning team. Kick-off time is 4 p.m. We'll keep you glued to your radio set for 1 hour, one whole hour, discussing the round letter game of soccer. Wednesdays, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Just football. The sound of the whistle. Let the action begin.
All right, let the action begin on Just Football on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. Welcome to the Kylian Mbappe Show. Okay, no, this is not Camp Nou. This is Splash FM, reaching you live from the big brown roof city of Ibadan. How's your Wednesday been so far? I trust it has been great, but hey, let's help you get it better. Get it even to the most, best way that you can think of. Well, I do not know for many Barcelona fans if the excitement following, if they still have the excitement, that they had before the game last night. After all that happened there with Paris Saint-Germain going away to the Camp Nou to pump them for 4. It ended 4-1 in favor of the PSG yesterday. It was the Kylian Mbappe show. That man at the age of 22. Many are talking about the baton exchange at that game. Did you see it in that way? We'll talk about that today on the show. Also talk about the game between RB Leipzig and Liverpool. Liverpool getting the 2-0 first leg advantage there in the game last night. There's some games coming up tonight. It's the UEFA Champions League. It is back, returned with all of the action, all of the excitement, everything that gets us, giddy, gets us on the edge of our seats. That's all that the Champions League came back with last night, and we're ready to dive into that today on the show. I have stories as well, a bit of matches from the EPL today, and of course the Super Falcons of Nigeria. That's on the Nigerian scene. They are getting ready for the Turkish Women's Cup, their first tournament in over 2 years, and of course the new coach of the side, Randy Waldrum, is here there with them in Turkey, and he's been speaking. We'll get right into that in a bit as well in Just Football today. Welcome to the show. My name is Blessing Fowowe. You can be a part of our show via our social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter. We want to know about the Champions League games we have later tonight. Last night it was all about Kylian Mbappe, and we are wondering, can Erling Braut Haaland replicate what Mbappe did last night in their own game today? Borussia Dortmund are going away to Sevilla. That's what we're asking on social media. What do you make generally of all of the games that we have coming up tonight? Aside for Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund, there's also Porto welcoming Juventus as well. Let's get talking on Facebook and Twitter at Splash FM 1055 on Twitter, and on Facebook Splash 105.5 FM Ibadan. That's the page that you have to look for. I hope you're already a fan of the page already. Just like it, and of course you have all our news popping right there on your Facebook timeline. Also, we are streaming live on Facebook as well. Get in there to see what we're looking like in the studio this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome, guys. My name is Blessing once again. My friends are here. Faith Adedeji is here. The celebrity Ayobami and Imashan. I don't know if they have the same excitement as I do, because I know none of them are Barcelona fans anyway. Faith.
Yeah, good afternoon, Blessing. Good afternoon, Ayobami, and of course to our esteemed listeners, it's another wonderful Wednesday afternoon. It means it's time for Just Football, and just like you said, whenever the Champions League returns, it comes with its own excitement, it comes with its own scintillating feeling, the pulsating moments, and that was what we saw last night in both games, talking about the game between FC Barcelona and PSG, and then the game also between RB Leipzig and Liverpool as well. We saw fantastic moments of brilliance, and that is what football is about, the Champions League is about. So I'm as excited as you are. Even there's a huge possibility that I am more excited than yourself. Well, that is left to be seen later on the show.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Blessing. Good afternoon to Faith. Good afternoon to the listener out there. It's really always going to be quite exciting to talk about football. That's just one thing it brings. The excitement, perhaps the controversy as well, the banter, everything all in one. Just that round leather thing called football. And indeed, it actually brought us a whole lot of talking points from fixtures over the course of last night. And then so many more to look forward to in the foreseeable future. In fact, we got loads of fixtures across Europe, ranging from English Premier League to La Liga. And then talk about the UEFA Champions League. So I'm really super excited to talk about all this and pretty much many more on this edition of the show.
Okay, indeed, we're super excited, ready to talk about that and so much more. But right about now, we're going on a break, take a quick commercial break. And when we return, it's all about the UEFA Champions League. And then we'll start off with what happened at Camp Nou yesterday. How is it that Barcelona have capitulated so bad? Stick around, still Just Football.
Now the steps to wash your heart. Wet your heart, apply soap, scrub your palms, scrub your fingers too. Scrub your nails, scrub the back, the front, and rinse your hand. Wash your hand, wash your hand.
Wash your hands properly on the running water for at least 20 seconds to stop the spread of germs. This public service message is brought to you by Dettol.
Hey, Oga and Madam, you don't see the room now. Make I show you the toilet where you could share with the other neighbors. What's the happen?
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean come white like this, eh?
Yes, now. Na hypo toilet cleaner than they use to clean out and kill the yama germs come out.
Hypo toilet cleaner? Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with hypo toilet cleaner to keep it sparkling clean and germ free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only. Madam, now 2 years landlord one collect.
We go pay for 6 years, eh?
Hypo.
I'm stronger with boxer. And if I did it, you can too. No,
Bajaj Boxer celebrates 4 million plus happy customers in Nigeria. Buy a Boxer and get 4,000 naira airtime free. Rush to your nearest Boxer dealership today. Offer valid while stocks last. Call 0800 0111 1111 for inquiries. Terms and conditions apply.
my Bajaj Boxer.
What's the fun in this life if we can't have a little bit of this, a little bit of that? I believe that we all can do with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, who needs one when you can have two? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Chocolate ice cream with vanilla too. Yes, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's right.
Enjoy the double delight of rich chocolate and creamy vanilla in the Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a little bit of this and that. Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a good mix. Another quality product from Fine Milk Nigeria PLC.
Bàbá pẹ̀lú àtẹ̀bí rẹ̀ rí lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá. Bàbá pẹ̀lú àtẹ̀bí rẹ̀ rí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n kí ló wá jẹ́ kí nǹkan ó yàtọ̀ fún wọn o? Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rí. Bàbá pẹ̀lú gbọ́ pé GoTV máa ṣe dín owó wọn kù láti $4,490 sí $7,300 kan ní báyìí. Pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá, eré oníṣe ilẹ̀ wa, tẹlinùfẹ́là àti erémọdé. Inú bàbá pẹ̀lú àtẹ̀bí rẹ̀ kàn dùn ní ṣáá. Nítorí náà, ìwọ náà dàbí bàbá pẹ̀lú. Jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ rẹ̀ sún sí GoTV Max fún $7,300 kí o bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ̀gbádùn eré ìdárayá lẹ́rẹ̀bẹ̀ntẹ́ lẹ́dínwó máa gọra ẹ nítorí ìwọ̀nba àsìkò láǹfààní rẹ̀ á fi wá ó. Ìlànà àti àdéhùn àṣà o. GoTV nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀. What's the fun in this life if we can't have a little bit of this, a little bit of that? I believe that we all can do with a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I mean, who needs one when you can have two? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Chocolate ice cream with vanilla too. Yes, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's right.
Enjoy the double delight of rich chocolate and creamy vanilla in the Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a little bit of this and that. Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a good mix. Another quality product from Fine Milk Nigeria PLC.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Find out your true beauty naturally. Keep your skin smooth and soft and moisturized. Step into paradise.
Take your skin on an exotic adventure with Hawaii soap. Infused with argan oil and fruit extracts from papaya, carrot, and apricot. Leaving your skin softer, brighter, and healthier. Hawaii soap comes in carrot, papaya calamansi, and gold variants. Stay beautiful with Hawaii soap. Hawaii soap, the soul of beauty.
Hey! Omo, make you no sleep on top bicycle. This better don't tie rapper. For those of una whenever using an MTN SIM for over 15 days now. MTN don't charge. Come increase your welcome back of our whoop to 12 times your recharge when you load 100 naira and above. Yes, so no be one, no be two, no be three, no be four, no be even 10 sef. Now 12 times your recharge, then go take credit and data knock your phone. This one means if you recharge 100 naira, MTN go summer you with 900 naira credit plus 300 naira data bonus. If you call recharge 200 naira, now 1,800 naira credit go drop for your phone plus 600 naira data bonus. Just make sure so you use *161 recharge pin hash take recharge and enjoy your bonus for up to 30 days. Omo, this one don't pass welcome back. MTN can add short banker second term on top self. Hey, where that my MTN SIM? Make me self begin follow enjoy better too.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
These are the steps to wash your hands. Wet your hands, apply soap, scrub your palms, scrub your fingers too. Scrub your nails, scrub the back, the front, and rinse your hand. Wash your hand, wash your hand.
Wash your hands properly on the running water for at least 20 seconds to stop the spread of germs. This public service message is brought to you by Dettol.
Okay, let's roll. Talking the Champions League. Barcelona won Paris Saint-Germain 4, and it was all about Kylian Mbappe scoring a hat-trick in that game. And I want to start from this part. The penalty that was given to Barcelona where, they got their goal. Did that appear to be a penalty in the real sense of it?
Yes, for me, there was contact.
Because I didn't see, I felt like a player who tripped himself in the box.
No, there was an initial contact that made him trip himself. Those are the...
was that contact enough to have actually made him fall?
Warranted the penalty?
Yes. Those are the fine margins that determine these big games. You just have to take cognizance of every part of your game. Maybe it was not intentional, but we always say these things that we cannot judge intention. Intention is a little bit subjective. It's down to the man himself that will tell you whether it was intentional or not. But the most important thing is, was there contact? For me, there was contact. I saw that contact, and then we'll say it has to be a penalty. Maybe from some angles you wouldn't see it, but from a particular angle behind the player, then I saw the contact and I saw what the video assistant referee suffered by upholding the decision of the referee. I saw what the referee also suffered. So for me, it was a well-deserved penalty for Barcelona, and then they decided Lionel Messi obviously converted it. Maybe they didn't build on it later on in the game, but for me, it was a penalty.
Kylian Mbappe became the first player in the Champions League history to score a hat-trick against Barcelona in the knockout stage. He's also the only third player to score a Champions League hat-trick against Barcelona after Faustino Asprilla for Newcastle and Andriy Shevchenko for Dynamo Kiev, both in 1997. Is someone taking note of that? Maybe that could come out on Friday. He has now scored 24 Champions League goals. Only Messi has 25, and who has more than him before his 23rd birthday. And Mbappe doesn't turn 23rd until December. AY. There's the talk about the change of baton, the change of guard between Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe. Did you look at it in that direction?
Yeah, I did. I posted a picture just a few minutes after the full-time result yesterday. That picture obviously was zooming in on Kylian Mbappe and a little bit zooming out of Lionel Messi in that frame of picture. If you can actually find it with my Twitter account, you find the picture. That's exactly my own takeaway from that fixture. Listen, it is very, very rare to have a player go to a lion's den and perform so impressively. Even when you look at the records, you just read it out. Shevchenko was the last person to do it, and that was way back in 1997, right?
Yep.
Cristiano Ronaldo went with Juventus. He could only manage a brace in the early part of this season's Champions League. But listen, this man without the talismanic partner, that's Neymar, went still with Paris Saint-Germain, got a hat-trick, and in that particular moment, I feel, listen, it's not really just about this night's performance. It's also an accumulation of all things that have been happening recently and possibly what could eventually happen in the nearest future. I'm not too sure Barcelona will win this season's Champions League. You look at PSG with Mbappe, they look so good on it. So it's really about that progression of Mbappe's career and possibly the nosedive or maybe the steady downward turn of Lionel Messi's career. Not particularly about his individual brilliance, but in terms of awards, in terms of, laurels, gongs, trophies that his team would eventually win this season. And even if it should leave Barca anyways, the team is also joining. So I'm really, really a bit cautious for Lionel Messi if he can actually still maintain that top level at which Mbappe is seemingly approaching as we speak now.
How old is Lionel Messi? Is 33?
Yeah.
33, and Cristiano Ronaldo is 34.
No, Messi will be 34 this year.
Ronaldo is 36 already.
He's 36 already.
Yeah. I'm looking at this Zlatan, who is
39.
How old? 39. Why would AY think of Messi not performing at that top level anymore?
Because because of human differences, obviously. Because someone was able to play into his 40s does not mean everyone will be able to play into their 40s. That is why we already have a mean or an average age of maybe when a player peaks. Maybe depending on position. For some positions like attackers, they peak between the ages of 27 and 30. Then maybe for goalkeepers, a little bit more delayed. Into their 30s, they're still very okay, and then afterwards they have that downward spiral. But this thing is just down to maybe several things, luck as well. Maybe if you didn't get injured so long, or you didn't get some very serious injuries, maybe a player with a recurring knee injury might not be able to stay so long in his career, or someone that had an ACL rupture somewhere in his career line. That is why even agents, when they want to sign players, they check their injury profile. It's part of those things that would determine your market value. So, whether Messi would stay up to at the age of Zlatan, that is left to be seen.
There's also a scientific aspect of it. Sorry to cut you, the genetic part of it. There's also this school of thought that players from the South American part of the world usually don't eclipse around 36, 37 at tops to actually give you
Messi's
that top
different.
level. Is he?
It's different.
He's currently 34 and he's already playing this way.
Maybe it's because the Barcelona team at this point are terrible. They are not good.
Are they?
Look at Barcelona in terms past and Barcelona that you have now.
That's the problem. You can't
there's a clear departure from the tiki-taka style.
Blessing, you cannot continue to juxtapose any other team with that Barcelona team. That Barcelona team was one of a kind, one of a time. It is always going to take many more years to actually assemble such a great talent of players.
Is this you saying that Barcelona is no longer a force to reckon with?
Obviously not. But then, in the clear terms of it, is the fact that, listen, they are not a force to reckon with anymore. In fact, results show that. I've seen Barcelona against Real Madrid, against Atletico, against Sevilla, against Juventus, last night against Paris Saint-Germain. These are supposed big teams in the competition of football across Europe, and yet they lost all these games that I just mentioned.
They are not a force to reckon with.
Obviously not.
No. Are they a force to reckon with?
A transitional team for me.
Transitional team?
Yes or no question.
Okay, I don't know if Barcelona fans would agree with any of these guys now. Are they a force to reckon with at this point? I mean, going by their form, going by how things have...
When you have Barca beating Cadiz, Huesca, Villarreal, fine, those are supposed winnable games. But then, I think
Did
Barcelona...
they beat Cadiz?
Oh, maybe not.
And then the Ron Koeman factor as well. Has it brought any change in Barcelona?
Well, he has taken up the job at a difficult time, I have to say. We all saw the whole saga with Lionel Messi in the summer. There's no way that should not overshadow the entire performances on the pitch because, they have boardroom issues. They've changed their president. No, they don't even have a new president. They have, several problems over there at Barcelona. It will be difficult to, cast this down to the coach alone. Maybe it's a very difficult job, and hopefully you'll be able to find a way around.
Okay, will they find a way around or not? It's something I'd like to discuss, to talk about, but not today. We need to move on because we have to talk about the games coming up later tonight. But I'd like to hear from Barcelona fans that really, do you think your team is no longer a force to reckon with in terms of being a football powerhouse? I mean, I remember how things were back in the days, tiki-taka, possession-based, the Johan Cruyff, kind of football. That's been a very clear departure from that in recent times. So let's talk about that. And I'll be Leipzig and Liverpool. The other game from last night, Liverpool seems to be on a path to redemption. I don't know. Am I right to think of it that way? It's just one game.
Yes, it is. And you also look at the manner with which the goals came, albeit from
errors from the
defense. So I'm a bit cautious from what I saw from Liverpool last night. I think I'd rather just wait for a few more games. Fine, I'm always very, very interested to see a team making the upward turn when they've actually gone down the spiral, and of course results were not coming their ways. And I think exactly that's the kind of performance, that's the kind of results they needed, and they got it. 2 away goals already in their kitty, and of course they're looking forward to second leg. I think this might really just propel them. Good news is that their talisman actually got the goals. Mane, Salah, confidence boost for them, and hopefully that would actually rub off on the whole team. But I'm just a bit cautious about Liverpool. I've been faulted for quickly throwing my head in the out for them early in the course of the season.
Well, you make your own luck in football.
Yeah, true.
That there were 2 erroneous goals, but then they also forced those errors. If you don't force
are you saying now Liverpool have turned the curve?
Yeah, they're back.
Oh, really?
They're back.
Back?
Yeah, they're back.
After how many games?
That is me being brave.
They lost.
I love that. That's him being
very scared.
Very scared. Remember they lost to Leicester City.
Be very scared right now. Be very scared right now.
Liverpool, they're back.
Yeah.
Just by beating RB Leipzig.
They're back.
Yes, so I think the next game is against
Leipzig dumped Manchester United out of.
Hold up, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the next game is against Everton coming this weekend.
Yes.
It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't. So Faith, on Saturday on What Sport, perhaps we'll talk extensively about this.
They're back.
Liverpool are back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back and better. Going for the Champions League, I guess. Going for the Champions League.
Gunning for glory.
I like the way he moved himself from that angle there. Okay, let's talk about the games tonight. We are going on a break very soon, but before that, we have 2 games tonight. FC Porto against Juventus, and of course, Sevilla against Borussia Dortmund. First off, for Juventus and Porto, Sergio Conceição's Porto finished second behind City, remember, in Group C, and currently they're having a mini stumble in their domestic form, having drawn their past 4 matches to fall 10 points behind leaders Sporting Lisbon. However, they are yet to concede a goal at home. That's in the Champions League this season. And in Mendy Terami and Musa Marega, they have 2 forwards with combined 15 goals and 10 assists in the league so far in 2021. And for Juventus, they won't be having Leonardo Bonucci in camp, no Paulo Dybala. But of course, Aaron Ramsey is fit again, has traveled with the team to Porto. And that's the injury status there for them. And for Porto, Otavio is out of contention with a muscle injury. And so as Nanu and Zaidu Sanusi, who is on the sidelines for the Porto champions. Zaidu Sanusi is a Nigerian.
Yeah.
I mean, who
Nigerian football
doing very well in that.
But he's ruled out for this. I would have loved to actually have him come up against Juventus.
The minute Alex Telles left to Manchester United, where's Alex Telles, by the way?
On the bench.
How do you say that and still keep a straight face? Come on.
I mean, immediately left.
I think they signed him for about how much?
How much? Yeah.
I think about £35 million or thereabout, and you comfortably put him on the bench.
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, really? But I just think it's a bit too early. Quite a number of Manchester United fans also felt, or at the point in time also felt that Luke Shaw was a terrible miss for them.
I mean,
but now he's actually
looking fat at some point.
Arguably one of the best left full backs in the league. So just give him some time. But I think for Porto, it's a bit of how do I put it now? A depleted side. Because you look at the list of players that will be missing for them. I think that Nuno is is always going to be a huge miss for them. It's an astonishing midfielder for them. He has been quite impressive in recent fixtures, up until when he got injured, a horrible injury. In fact, after the show, I would narrate the injury for you guys. Very horrible one that caught Pepe crying on the field of play in that fixture. But I think ever since then, they've just been able to pick themselves up and grinding out the result. But this is really going to be a tall order for them. They've got Juventus, and more importantly, they've got Cristiano Ronaldo, the Champions League man, who perhaps I think might probably be feeling challenged by, Kylian Mbappe's performance last night. He really doesn't like to be overshadowed, in this competition. So I'm really looking forward to exactly what he'll actually be coming up with in this fixture. Perhaps you look at it from that angle, even look at it from his own angle of Sporting against Porto. Remember, it's actually a Sporting boy. Yeah. There's a bit of rivalry in there as well. So he really just has a bit of extra motive to really just want to step up with something credible for Juventus tonight. More importantly, because look at their season, the way it's being formed up. Scudetto title is pretty much looking out of sight for them. I think they are currently still in the Coppa Italia. I think semi-final second leg is coming up shortly.
No, and they've qualified. I think they've
qualified for the final. Yeah, I think they'll be playing Atalanta in the final.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much just another opportunity for them to win something quite incredible, because this is maybe the only missing trophy in their cabinet in recent years. I think since 1995 or 6, that was the last time Juventus won the Champions League. So signing Ramsey, signing Cristiano and all that is basically because of this.
It looks like you're all holding brief for Pelu at this point in time.
Maybe not, but I'm just honestly, I'm just being sincere, honestly.
Okay, it's just being sincere. We need to go on a break, but we'll return from this commercial break. Faith will be telling us what he thinks about the Porto Juventus game, and then we'll talk about Sevilla Borussia Dortmund. I also want to hear from Barcelona fans. I'm seeing lots of comments on Facebook that I will be taking very soon, especially for Barcelona. This one is lengthy, but I'd love to read it out for you to hear what they're saying. But you can call us as well, 0809-155-1055, 08056998678, and 0706-949-3000. After this break, stay with us.
Splash FM 105.5.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
I won't tell you the secret of better food. Now the no chicken and classic seasoning powder. The ingredient they take make na natural by nature, like real chicken, rosemary, black and white pepper, garlic, onion, parsley, mushroom, coriander. If you knack no seasoning powder for inside your jollof, fried rice, egusi, and all other soup, you go know say flavor pass flavor. No seasoning powder. Natural by ingredients. Bangba by flavor.
Oh, lunch. Guys, I'm going for lunch. Please, put more stew. Nice meal. My chest.
Suffering from heartburn and indigestion? Try Just Eat. My recommendation for the past 26 years. Just Eat is a brand of aluminium and magnesium hydroxide and simethicone. Just Eat is available in suspension and tablets. Remedy for heartburn, indigestion, flatulence, and acidity.
Just Eat. Now available in new packs. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read leaflet inside.
These are the steps to wash your hands.
Wet your hands, apply soap, scrub your palms, scrub your fingers too. Scrub your nails, scrub the back, the front, and rinse your hand.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands properly on the running water for at least 20 seconds to stop the spread of germs. This public service message is brought to you by Dettol.
It's a happy feeling when receiving all of the love coming from family.
So many recipes, creating memories every day and every night. Bonding families,
60 years of joy, giving love. So much for you. Quality. Golden penny is you. Golden penny is me. Golden pennies are the hearts of the family. Golden penny is you. Golden penny is me. Golden pennies are the hearts of the family. Oh, Golden penny 60.
Golden Penny Foods is celebrating 60 years at the heart of the family.
Heart of the family.
kí ni kí n ṣe báyìí o.
Kí ló dé arákùnrin?
Owó tán lójijì lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ mi ni. Mo sì wà nínú ìpàdé pàtàkì kan lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Kò sì sí owó láti ra wákàtí ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn àbókí ládùúgbò. Ilé ìfowópamọ́sí ti tilẹ̀kùn.
Ṣé tó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ?
Kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ rẹ̀.
Testa 9455 lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀. Kò sì ra wákàtí ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ àti dátà. Kódà ó tún lè san gbogbo owó ná, ẹ̀rọ amóhùnmáwòrán àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ fún wa lórí star 945#.
Ọpẹ́ o! Má bínú mọ́, mi ì gbẹ́ mọ́, mo ti padà lọ sórí ìpèdí.
Láti ra wákàtí ìbánisọ̀rọ̀, aago ìpè, owó iná àti àwọn ohun èlò yòókù lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ, tẹ star 945#.
Wema Bank, with you all the way.
People wey sabi know say Morning Fresh dey finish work 50% better pass others. Make you sef join people wey sabi begin use Morning Fresh.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Brustin and Suspension for Children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
Hey, Oga and Madam, you don't see the room now. Make I show you the toilet where you could share with the other neighbors.
Now the toilet be this.
What's the happen?
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean come white like this, eh?
Yes, now. Na hypo toilet cleaner than they use to clean up and kill the yamayama germs come out.
Hypo toilet cleaner? Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with hypo toilet cleaner to keep it sparkling clean and germ free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only. Madam, now 2 years landlord one collect.
We go pay for 6 years, eh?
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back. Thanks for keeping it locked on Splash 105.5 FM. This is Just Football. We're talking about the UEFA Champions League and how Barcelona capitulated last night there at the Camp Nou. We're talking about the games later tonight as well. The numbers to call 08091551055, 08056998678 and 0706949300. I'll be coming to social media to take your comments in a bit. But first off, Faith, Porto and Juventus. AOI is tilting towards Juventus in this one. I don't know if you're following.
Well, there's only one way to go in that one. Obviously, you can expect upset, and if Porto should get a result in that one, you see it as an upset because the only thing, just like AY said, the only thing this Juventus team needs right now is the Champions League gong. That is why they brought in, that was why they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. That is something they've been looking out for a very long time, trying to get the Champions League title. I think, the last time they did that was in 1996, and you look at that as a very long time ago. The other game as well, Dortmund, they've not won the Champions League since 1997 as well. So, when the years begin to add up like this, it's very important to get it off your back by getting one on your rack, getting one in your trophy cabinet and all that. So for Juve, that is something they'll be looking out for because this is looking like a very bleak season for them. And, Pello will be looking at it that we need to get something out of this season. And if they can get past Porto, then it will be looking like a very good Champions League run for them.
Hold your thoughts for a moment there, Faith. Hello there. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Why? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Blessing.
Welcome. Amidombo.
Yeah, this is one of the Barcelona rival fan. I was happy yesterday night. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think when it comes to Barcelona, most of the big teams in Europe, they are all going through the same thing. And I could see the law of diminishing return really affecting all these teams, except Bayern Munich. And I think even Bayern Madrid are going the same, period of time, the victory got time presently. It's not really about the Messi. It's about, telling some of the players that are not really highly motivated like they used to be. They need to sell all those things. Regarding Messi, I think Messi didn't really play out his art. I think he used to play for Barcelona. I think they just need to sell those players. Yeah, Messi needs a new challenge. Until that club side, that would be a big one for him. Until he leaves Barcelona.
Until he leaves Barcelona.
Yes, until he leaves Barcelona, he will get back to his form. Personally, they just need to do something about selling all those players.
Okay, all right. Thank you
Yeah.
for calling Hamid Ambu. He says Messi needs to leave Barcelona. Then and only then is when he will get back his form. And okay, this is Rajulu Shala on Facebook. He's asking for the studio line. He says he's watching from Nasarawa State. Numbers to call 0809-155-1055, 08056998678, and 0706-949-3000. Sevilla against Borussia Dortmund. AY. Erling Braut Haaland. Can you repeat a Kylian Mbappe later tonight?
Listen, this is one fixture I'm actually keenly going to follow. Why is that? It's because I'm looking at Sevilla, probably one of the best defenses in the whole of Europe as we speak right now. I'll take away the fact that they are currently on about, I think, 9-game winning streak in all the competitions. They are also very shrewd in terms of conceding goals. Huge thumbs up as to goes to, Lopetegui, the manager, and perhaps some other players in their defensive units like Julius Koundé, who has been just a phenomenal player for Sevilla this season. But I think having such a very, very solid defense coming up against at least an attacking side, one that is never shy of scoring goals in Borussia Dortmund, Jadon Sancho, Erling Braut Haaland, like you rightly said. This is just really going to be one fixture to look forward to, and I'm also going to keenly follow it. And it also now depends on which of them would eventually give way for the other. Is it the best defense or the decent attack of Borussia Dortmund? But I think indeed Borussia will do themselves a whole lot of good if they can actually get at least a goal in this one, because that way they have something to actually fall back on in the return leg.
Let's get on Facebook and take some comments. Remy Daniel says, good afternoon, guys. There's nothing quite like the Champions League, and calling Barcelona's situation a capitulation seems like an understatement. Everyone at the club is clueless at the moment, but the most clueless of all has to be the coach. It's quite obvious that in a one-on-one situation, nobody in that Barcelona backline can stop Mbappe. Koeman knew this, yet he thought he could ride his luck. Okay, and then he says, to whom it may concern, Liverpool are back. #YNWA. That means you never work alone. Raju Lushala says Koeman made the job easier for PSG last night with his selection. For a high game like this, you don't bring in a defender that has not played for days to start such match. I think he's talking about Gerard Piqué there. Yeah. And Mobolaji David Musa says Barcelona is a sporting force in the league, but perhaps lower competitions. And perhaps lower conditions, not the UCL, that's the Champions League yet. Says the team is under a serious transition. That's why a lot of young, talented players feature in every match. It will take about 2 to 3 years without Messi to get back to their feet at the European level. Another one in Barcelona's heavy defeats to big teams in the Champions League is definitely because the defense is bad and does not know how to absorb fast and speedy football. If you want to beat Barca that huge, just play the fast and paced players. The defenders are slow. Why? Because they pass, and do not make dangerous runs. Isn't that the passing? Isn't that part of what made Barcelona? That's part of the identity.
Yes, obviously, but then they had the incisive passes, and I think that is the key word that is missing now. They find it difficult to find that killer pass in the final third that would get them the all-important goal, and then they also find it difficult to take complete control of the game. I've been watching Barcelona for some time, and I noticed they give away so many chances, and that is something very unusual of Barcelona, because the usual Barcelona team, maybe you get only 20-25% of ball possession, and when you get just about 25% of the ball, you only get maybe 1 or 2 chances. But I remember Cadiz created about 7 shots on target against Barcelona. We've been seeing that over and over again in their last few games, and they're giving away too many chances, and that is why they're also giving away so many goals, and that is a huge problem for Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Huge problem for them. 08091551055, 08056998678, and 0706949300. Now, Barcelona still first to reckon with in world football at the moment. In the English Premier League, Burnley are taking on Fulham later today, and Everton are taking on Manchester City. Kai Gundogan is injured; he won't be available for that one. We hear Kevin De Bruyne is back in training. We're going to take a break for the BBC Premier League update. When we return, we'll take some more comments on Facebook and Twitter, what you're saying about the Champions League games from last night and, of course, from tonight, the games that we're having later tonight as well. But this is the BBC Premier League update.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Abdullah Khani at the BBC Sports Centre. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane got the goals as Liverpool returned to form to beat RB Leipzig in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie in Budapest. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp was happy to get the 2-0 result and that his side performed at a high level.
For me, it's much more important that we played again good football. Again, not the first time in the last few weeks. I understand that and I respect that 100%, that nobody's really happy with the results, that's clear. But the football we played, dominating City in a way that happened not often, same against Leicester, happened not often, stuff like this. We should not forget that. But tonight the results were there.
2 matches in the Premier League on Wednesday, and leaders Manchester City travelled to Goodison Park to face Everton. City manager Pep Guardiola is expecting a tough challenge from Carlo Ancelotti's team.
Everton always has been one of the greatest teams in England, so this season is much better than the previous season. It's normal. Carlo knows better his players and the club. Like all the teams, Manchester City included, had up and downs, so good moments, bad moments, that is normal. But the quality from Carlos is always there.
And Burnley host Fulham, who are 7 points from safety with a game in hand. Here's their boss, Scott Parker.
A really tough game. I think we understand that. Obviously, in terms of what Sean's done there over a period of time has been remarkable. Really, I think like everything at this time of the year, we're all we're all struggling a little bit in terms of the games and where we are. But like always, a massive game for us ahead, and we understand the problems that Burnley are going to cause us and how much we need to be prepared for it.
And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Well, back to Just Football on Splash 105.5 FM, and that was the BBC Premier League update. Other games coming up today: Spanish La Liga. We have Levante against Atletico Madrid, hoping to continue with their good form and extend their lead top of the table. Then the French Ligue 1 is Marseille against Nice. That's the games that we have today. Before we head back to Facebook to take more comments, let's talk about... okay, I should take this call first and foremost. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, please?
My name is Okwe.
Okwe is calling from where?
From Omi.
From where?
Omi.
Okay, welcome to the show. What do you have for us?
Alright. I'm a Barcelona fan.
Okay.
Then, well, to be honest, yesterday was not good. It was not good. Well, what even, is more surprising is that Mbappe got an hat-trick at the Camp Nou. Like, who does that?
Mbappe.
Well, anyway, about yesterday's game, someone called and then he said Messi needs to leave for another club to regain his form back. Yeah, Messi is actually... I don't think his form has ever left him. But the thing is that there are so many times he rescues Barcelona. We've seen that in this season. There are so many times. I think in the game against Real Betis where we were losing already and then Messi came in and, turned things around. Yeah, why Messi didn't perform yesterday was that he was too crowded. Even the game yesterday, if he had the ball, 2 players will come for him. And then the players were also, I don't know the word to do there. The other players were also, they always looked for Messi. Look at Jordi Alba, just give the ball to the striker, he will still turn back and look for Messi again. So that's why I think we didn't have that strike first. Yes. And then also I noticed something. This is my last opinion. I noticed something. I think the game was around 3-1 then, and then Barcelona were just passing in front of PSG's box, passing, looking for who to give inside the box. And then a mistake occurred, and it led to PSG's first goal, and that's Mbappe's hat-trick. So I think Barcelona should learn how to play fast football. Like the comment on Facebook said, Barcelona should learn how to play fast football.
Okay.
So along with that tiki-taka with yes, along with that tiki-taka, fast fingers and all that. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Barcelona should learn to play fast football. That's what Ope is saying there. Okay, before we get back to the phone lines and the comments, let's come to Nigeria and talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria for a bit, where the Falcons defied very cold weather conditions in Antalya late today to hold their last training session before their first game against CSKA Moscow. That's in the Turkish Women's Cup tomorrow. There are no injury worries in the team at the moment, and all invited players have participated in the session and they are all good to go. Meanwhile, coach Randy Waldrum, in his first interview as the coach of the Super Falcons, has expressed satisfaction with the quality of the players in camp at the moment. He says he's impressed with the group as a whole, and they also admitted that Nigeria has abundance of talented players, but and they asserted that the pool of players must necessarily be expanded to look far and near and get the best to represent Nigeria. That explains why we will be seeing some set of fresh legs, new legs in the Super Falcons camp, in the Super Falcons team. And then he was asked about his goal. He says the goal is to consistently qualify from the group stage, have a deep run in the FIFA World Cup, and push hard to become champions. Here is Coach Randy Waldrum on Just Football.
Well, I think, from a playing perspective, I want to take what the talent here, the style of football from Nigeria, we want to build on that. But I also think we, after observing, the friendlies and the last World Cup, I think there's some things in terms of the way we play where we can even do a better job of possession, keeping the ball when it's time to do so, and making a good decision on when it's time to counter quickly and use our speed. And so I think we can, as far as the playing style goes, I think we can expand and build on what's already there from a style standpoint. I think, in general, from the ambition for the team moving forward is certainly the goal is to consistently get out of group play and have a deep run into every World Cup and to become world champions. I don't think you go to the tournament to play the game just to be there. You want to play to win. And so obviously that's a goal to get there. Now, I think there's also a method to it, and there's a plan to build the structure and put everything in place to make sure that we do well. But I think it's really important that not only in 2023, but moving forward with the country, I think it's real important that year in and year out, Nigeria is finishing in the top four, finishing, at that level, because I think if you put yourself in the top four, then anything can happen. You have the opportunity to, at that point, to win the World Cup. So I think the consistency of finishing high in every competition has to be a goal.
Okay, the new head coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, Coach Randy Waldrum, they're talking about his goals and what he expects from the team. The captain of the side, Aziza Toshuala, is also in high spirits and ready for the tournament tomorrow, which starts for Nigeria tomorrow. It's on already, but Nigeria is having their first game tomorrow. And she says the goal is not to win the Turkish women's tournament, but to ensure that the team returns to shape. Aziza Toshuala here.
Couple of days spent with the coach here in Turkey. It's been pretty much interesting. We've always been talking on the phone before now, but yeah, getting to meet in person and then working on the pitch together, I think it's been good so far. Not a bad experience. Having a new coach, having to come back with the national team after almost 2 years being apart. It's been a very good feeling being with the girls again. Pretty much interesting period as well. Yeah, the tournament here in Turkey, we really do hope we can do better, but at the end of the day, we're just happy we're back together as a team and we have opportunity to compete again with other countries and some other football clubs as well. So it's just I mean, it's just a good feeling to be back together as a team. It's been a while. We got this type of opportunity, so I'm just glad that the girls are back together, and hopefully it continues like this. It doesn't stop in just this particular campaign. Maybe the next one we get another opportunity to come together again, so we can actually prepare very well for the African Women Cup of Nations, which is our next big tournament so far, coming up next year, I think. So yeah, the Turkish Cup, just do our best, try to see if we can win it. But to be honest, the goal is not to win it. The goal is just to make sure the team is getting back in shape together. And for sure, when we get on the pitch, we give 100%. If we can win it, we'll win it 3 games. We go all out for all games and everything. And I'm sure the coach will have opportunities to pick a couple of players, and also definitely getting more numbers for the team for the next campaign and all of that. So it's just the first step in 2021. Hopefully it gets better this year.
Okay, I believe Azizat perhaps is saying that in faith, hopefully it gets better, and perhaps permit me to join my faith with hers there. Hopefully it gets better there for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Back to Facebook, what are you saying about Barcelona and the Champions League woes? Their woes generally this season. And Chigoze Okeke says, maybe the result doesn't show much of the humiliation Barcelona suffered yesterday. They were well beaten hands down. Is that result not enough?
And maybe he's talking about the number of chances PSG created
missed.
and the fact that they also dominated that game, dominated proceedings. That is not something you see often against a Barcelona team. You get maybe 40% of possession. Once you get 40%, then you say you've done a good job.
Camp Nou. They can tap you from here to the ends of the pitch.
Exactly, that is what they do. They take advantage of the breadth or the width of that pitch, and that is what they do. But this is something we saw yesterday. We saw PSG go to Camp Nou and play them off the park, and that is what he's talking about.
Okay, back to Facebook. Olusegun Babatunde says Messi is just the last of that golden Barcelona squad, and unfortunately he can't play at that level forever. I think Barcelona and their fans are in for a serious trying time. Let them ask clubs like AC Milan, Inter Milan, Arsenal, and guess what? Manchester United. What that means exactly. Adewale says Piqué. Oh, okay. I posted a picture of Piqué dragging Mbappe's shirt, and Adewale says, Piqué, Shana Jesse. Shana Jesse won. I'm struggling to understand what he's talking about, but of course talking about that picture there. Abu Kasim says, good evening to you all. It's going to be a tough match tonight. I don't think the result will end like that of last night, and at least one of tonight's matches will end in a draw by my prediction. So is anyone else predicting draws in the end of this game? I remember you gave it to Juventus against Porto.
Yes,
Borussia Dortmund and Sevilla.
I'm giving it to Sevilla.
Sevilla to win.
Yeah, Sevilla for me too.
Same with Juventus.
Because of Dortmund's terrible form.
Is it draws for who?
For both of you. I mean, it seems so easy for you to call. That's why I called it.
No, not particularly easy. Listen, I mean, what we've seen for the optimum time in Champions League is that sometimes you can actually expect a result and then something boom happens, and of course, we are all shocked. That's just the beauty of Champions League, isn't it? So the fact that we are seated here at the moment calling victory for Juventus and Sevilla doesn't mean it's going to be an easy walk in the park for them. I won't be surprised tomorrow morning when you guys are doing Sports Bang, and of course you have a totally different thing to talk about.
Well, for me, whatever happens, whatever results comes through, all I want is Erling Braut Haaland magic again. I mean, I think it makes the story complete.
You're not playing Champions League fantasy, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Kylian Mbappe on Tuesday, Haaland on Wednesday. That would be absolutely amazing for me. But we have to leave on Just Football right now. We're back here next Wednesday at the same time. Tomorrow on Sports Bang, Faith and I will be back here at 7:30 in the morning. Thanks to Ayuba Manimashan for being here.
Muchas gracias.
Faith Adedeji, thanks for being here as well. My name is Blessing Fowowe. Sign out with this Astronomia Vice Stone there, dedicated to Barcelona fans, really. Have a great Wednesday. Au revoir.